My name is Tommy, and this is my Unit 2 culminating project where I have to cook a healthy, nutritious meal based off of the things we learned in Chapter 2 in Mr. Ferrani's class. The first step for when you're doing anything in the kitchen is to make sure that your hands are super clean. So you want to get some good soap and scrub your hands for about 20 seconds to make sure they're all nice and clean before you start your cooking. After you wash your hands, you want to make sure that you dry them off with a clean towel that is not dirty, because if it's dirty, then the food might become contaminated. The dish that I'm making today is going to be a tomato cucumber salad, and the ingredients of it include a regular cucumber, 1 tomato, and a little bit of feta, and just gonna drizzle on some olive oil at the end for some extra flavor. I obtained all these ingredients by purchasing them at No Frills about 4 days ago. So the cucumber, the tomato, the feta, and the olive oil I had earlier. Since I'm only making enough for one person, the serving sizes I'm going to use are 1 whole tomato, about 1/6 of a cucumber, and approximately 2 tablespoons of crumbled feta. The first thing I'm going to do before I make this dish is take the 2 things, which are the cucumber and the tomato, and give them a good thorough wash under some nice hot water to make sure that there's no bacteria or anything left on them. So I have to give them a good rinse. Gotta dry them off a little, and then I can go and cut them up. Once I've cut the tomato, I'm going to cut it into even smaller pieces and then dice it into even smaller pieces, and I'm going to add it to the bowl where I'm going to mix everything together. And you also want to make sure that when you're cutting any vegetables that it's on a good cutting board so that it's not on the counter, not ruining the counter, and it's also not getting dirty because normally the counter is pretty dirty. Once all the tomatoes are diced, they should be in the bowl where everything else is going to go, and it should look something like this. Once you've chopped up the tomato and it's time to chop the cucumber, you're gonna grab a different cutting board and chop the cucumber into coin-shaped sizes, and then eventually cut them into even smaller pieces and add them to the same bowl with the tomatoes. Once you've chopped up the cucumber, you should add them to the same bowl as the tomatoes, and it should look like this. After you've got the cucumber and the tomato in the bowl, you're gonna get the feta on the cutting board just like this and cut it into really, really small pieces, and then add it to the bowl and put it all together. Once you've chopped up the feta into really small pieces like this, you should add it to the bowl of tomatoes and cucumbers, and the final thing should look like this. But we're not done yet. We're gonna add some olive oil, salt, and pepper. For the last few touches of the salad, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then just going to sprinkle some salt and pepper on it after. There you go, the salad's all done. Once all that's been added to the bowl, you're going to want to mix it. And the final product should look something like this. This is a very healthy dish because Canada's Food Guide recommends that half of your diet should consist of fruits and vegetables. So for this one, we got tomatoes and cucumbers, and the feta also adds some protein, which also makes it a little bit healthier. Thank you for watching my Unit 2 culminating video. I hope you all enjoyed, and now all of you can make a tomato cucumber salad for yourself.